Hello everyone! If this language is new to you, you cannot dive into it without knowing the alphabet. The Spanish alphabet may seem easy, but it has some tricky letters. So be ready, grab a pen and let's get started. The most basic things to start are vowels. Vowels are the same as in English, but they have pure sounds. They are not changing depending on the position of the vowel or what they have near to them, nothing. They are always the same sounds. So those sounds are A, A, E, E, I, I, O, O, and the last one, U, U. So all the sounds and the order of vowels go from more open to less open. So look at my mouth. A, E, I, O, U. I repeat that they never change. So, for example, if we use letter P, which is P, are going to be Pa, P, Pi, Po, Pu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. So if you say the word people, for me people is going to be written like this. People. The Spanish way is like this. There are no combinations of vowels to make the same sound as in English. For example, in English you can make the P sound like this, also like this, like in people, also like this. In Spanish, the whole time is going to be this, P. No other option. So I repeat, those are A, E, I, O, U. And if you notice, in the future it's going to be useful to know how words change. So for example, at the moment that we need to change a vowel for another one, to conjugate a verb or to create a noun, it's going to be always the closest. If I have to change an A, it's going to be an I. If I have to change an I, it's going to be an I. And then if I have to change an O, it's going to be a U, and vice versa. So it's always the closest one, and it's because it's more comfortable to pronounce. So if they go from more open to less open, you're going to pronounce always the one that is closer, not the ones that is farthest. Then we have a lot of consonants, concretely 13, that are pretty normal because they coincide with English. So those consonants are going to be, first of all, B, called B. Letra B, letter B. It has the same exact sound as letter V in Spanish. So that letter is called UB. So sounds B and V are the same, B, B. So if I have these two words written, which have two different meanings in Spanish, are going to be pronounced like vaca and vaca. Same exact sound. The only difference is that vaca with V, V, is the animal, cow, and vaca with B is that thing that you put on top of your car to carry luggage. So we don't differentiate these sounds, and this is where some spelling mistakes can pop up. So for both consonants, the pronunciation is going to be like this. For letter B, is going to be ba, be, bi, bo, bu. For letter UB, is going to be ba, be, bi, bo, bu. Same thing. Then we have letter D. D. It has the same exact sound as in English, D. So this is going to be da, de, di, do, du. Da, de, di, do, du. Then we have letter F. F. We don't have that PH combination. The whole time is going to be F. So at any moment that you want to create the PH sound, it's going to be in Spanish always an F. So for example, the word pharmacy. Pharmacy in Spanish is farmacia. we never use letter P and letter H to create that F sound. Because at the moment that you write P, for me it's going to be P, not F. So the sound is going to be fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. Fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. Then we have letter J, the J, J. It has a similar sound as the H in English, like in hi. So the sound is going to be ha, he, ho, hu. Some people, depending on the part of Spain, will make it sharper or less sharp. So could be ha, he, ho, hu, or ha, he, ho, hu. It doesn't matter, it depends on the person. Then we have letter M. M. This is letter M, so it has a totally normal sound. It's going to be ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Then we have letter N. 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 So again, it's a totally normal sound that is going to be na, ne, ni, no, nu. Na, ne, ni, no, nu. Then we have a very similar one that is the typical Spanish one, that is ñ. Ñ from España. España. It's not a combination of N, I, A. It's not. This is ña. The sound is made with the bottom of your tongue touching the sky of your mouth. So it's not with the tip of your tongue, it's with the bottom part. Ña. Ña. So it's going to be ña, ñe, ñi, ño, ñu. Ña, ñe, ñi, ño, ñu. Then we have the letter P. This letter has the same sound as in English again. So it's going to be pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Then the letter S. 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 This is going to be sa, se, si, so, su. Sa, se, si, so, su. And then we have te. It's not as emphatic as English, like t, t. This is softer. Te, te. It's not so t, but te, te. So this is going to be ta, te, ti, to, tu. Ta, te, ti, to, tu. Then we have letter X, which has the same use as in English. This is called X. Letter X. So this letter normally is always in the middle of words, pronounced like a CS, X, X. But at the beginning of a word that is not frequent at all, like in xylophone, we have the same word, xilófono, is going to be pronounced like an S, similar to an S. So at the beginning would be like sa, se, si, so, su, like an S, but in the middle is going to be like this, xa, xe, xi, xo, xu. Xa, xe, xi, xo, xu. For example, in the verb exportar, exportar, export. And the last one that is pretty normal is going to be set, called theta. Theta. Letter theta. So this has a th sound, like in thunder. Thunder. Is going to be this exact sound, th. So th, the, thi, tho, thu. Th, the, thi, tho, thu. And these are then the normal consonants. Then we have the special ones. The first one is going to be letter fe, letter C, fe. Why is this special? Because when you write the combination with all the vowels, this is not going to be fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. This is going to be like in English. For example, when you pronounce this word, this is going to be cap. So this is ka, ka. And then if you pronounce this, this is going to be cell. So this is fe, fe. Then in this word, cinema, you say si. So this is going to be fi. Fe like in cell, fi like in cinema, but with the th sound. Although, depending on the part of Spain and also parts of Latin America, they pronounce the theta sound like an S. So you don't have to worry too much about this one. And then we have these two that are going to be like in cold, co. So this is co. And also here, cup, that is going to be ku, ku. So if we have the sounds ka, ko, ku, but we don't have ke and ki because these two are pronounced like fe, fi, how can we create those sounds? That's going to be with letter Q, called ku, ku. So the ke and ki sounds are going to be like this. Ke, ki, ke, ki, with the U in the middle. This letter actually is only used for those sounds. You will never see it combined with a, o, or u. So to say ka, ke, ki, ko, ku would be like this. Ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. And then if you wanted to say tha, fe, fi, tho, thu, you will have to go back to letter theta. Would be tha, fe, fi, tho, thu. We have letter K in our alphabet called, but we don't use it. This is just for foreign words or international units like koala or kilogram, kilo, kilometro, kilometer. But we don't use it in our language because we have letter fe and letter ku for that sound. Anyway, for letter K, the sounds would be ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. But again, we don't use it. Then we have letter G, G, G. So this one, if you notice, is going to have the same H sound as letter J. They have the same sound, but this letter is similar to letter F. So if you write all the combinations, this is going to be read like ga, he, hi, go, gu. Ga, he, hi, go, gu. So he can be written in these two ways, and also he. Again, if you wanted to say ga, ge, gi, go, gu, this will be like this. Ga, ge, gi, go, gu. Ga, ge, gi, go, gu. And if you wanted to say ha, he, hi, ho, hu, that could be like this. Ha, he, hi, ho, hu. So again, ga, ge, gi, go, gu. Ha, he, hi, ho, hu. Pay attention to this. We make no difference. They are exactly the same sounds. If at any moment I wanted to pronounce the letter U here to say we or we, like in whiskey, we just do this. We write two dots on top of letter U. Two dots. This is just for me to know that I have to pronounce letter U here, because if I don't write it, this is ge and this is gi. So if I wanted to say whiskey, I should write it like this. In the past, it was accepted to write whiskey in Spanish like this, whiskey, but nobody liked it, so it has disappeared. Then we have another special consonant that is letter H. This letter in Spanish is totally silent. At any moment that you see it in any word, like in hola, you omit it. It is not pronounced. So this is hola, and this is anhelo. Like this is not here. Anhelo. This word means something similar like a desire. The only situation in which you pronounce it is when it goes together with letter C. This is ch. So this is going to be cha, che, chi, cho, chu. Cha, che, chi, cho, chu. Like, for example, in coche, car. Coche, coche. It's only in combination with letter C. Actually, the name of the consonant is H that has the roll inside. So, H, the first part is like nothing is there, A, and then che, A, che, A, che. Then we have two special consonants that go together, and are L and Y. At first, letter L is totally normal when it goes along. La, le, li, lo, lu. La, le, li, lo, lu. But when you see it double, it is like a English J. So these are ja, je, ji, jo, ju. Ja, je, ji, jo, ju. Some people may make it sharper, may make it softer. So could be ja, je, ji, jo, ju, or ya, ye, yi, yo, you. It depends on the person. So letter Y called Y, Greek I, is going to have the same sound when it goes with a vowel. So this is ja, je, ji, yo, you. Or ya, ye, yi, yo, you. Ya, ye, yi, yo, you. But when the Y goes at the end of a word, like in this one, king, this is pronounced like rey, like this, like a normal E. So this is not reg or reg. This is rey, rey. The rule in Spanish is that no word in Spanish can end in a Latin I, in a normal I, except some proper names. For example, the short version of the name Maria could be Mari. But general words cannot. Then we have another consonant that is not used in Spanish, but it appears in our alphabet, that is the W, called V doble. So it's like V, this one, the V, double. V doble. V doble. This consonant is only used for foreign words. Again, we don't use it in Spanish. It's just for words like web, Wi-Fi, webinar, or things like that. Then the last one that is a very representative one is the R. So R. This is, when you see this letter alone, this is very soft. So it would be ra, re, ri, ro, ru. But at the moment that you see it double, it's going to be ra, re, ri, ro, ru. 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 Although there are some situations in which you may see this consonant alone, but it is pronounced like a strong one. So you just need to remember 3 keywords to remember this rule. So those keywords are Israel, al alrededor, and Enrique. So this is after S, after L, and after N. After these consonants, you write only one R, but this is pronounced like a strong one. Israel, not Israel. Alrededor, not alrededor. And Enrique, not Enrique. So this is our whole alphabet, and I hope that is clearer now. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a thumb up and share with your friends who also want to learn Spanish. Also, you can subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. You can also follow me on Instagram and join my newsletter for more weekly content, travel tips, culture, cuisine, and fun facts on Spain. You have the link on the description. Nos vemos!